It's a saying as old as time itself, do not scare the hoes. But if you were to scare them, what would be the best music to play over the JBL speaker, from disturbing real crime samples laid over distorted guitar to literal blood-curdling screams over harsh noise? I asked my fans to provide songs as well as stories of when they have scared the hoes through the use of music. Here are the stories that they provided. Okay, chat, I believe there are many different kind of songs that have the ability to scare the hoes. And by hoes, I mean both genders. I just mean scaring a potential romantic partner. But you gotta remember, chat, the hoes have evolved. Music taste has evolved tremendously over the past couple years. So something that would have scared the hoes a decade ago will not scare the hoes now. So we've really got to analyze this. So I asked my Discord, I asked my community tab, what music has scared the hoes for them in the past. So we've had people request songs and provide stories behind when these songs have scared the hoes in the past. Okay, we got the Scaring the Hoes document. I was with an ex and they heard this on repeat in the background of a call. They overheard the song and googled it by its lyrics. They assumed it was how I viewed them and how I wanted the relationship to go. It was followed by a shouting match between the two. I'm not going to talk about what happened after, but I woke up with a scar running down my arm because of them. Alright, this is a Mum Jeans song. So this is You Only Call Me When You're Drunk by Mum Jeans. Let's analyze the lyrics. It's a bit of Sex Pest music, I see. I can't see exactly why this would piss somebody off so much, like based on the lyrics so far. You see, I'm confused about this because how did the person properly understand the lyrics behind this over a call? I can't hear anything that's too heinous. It's not like it's Young Thug, like, in detail describing how he's gonna fuck many bitches. Okay, I think the motherfucker that literally caused you bodily harm over this song is probably just insane. The song is Conformed by Nails, which is a very good song. Nails are a great band. So I'm friends with someone who's more of a fan of mainstream music, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, etc. And sometimes I show them my music taste to see how they react. I showed them this song and they immediately told me to turn it off. I feel like that's happened to pretty much anybody. I can tell you a story of that. I was with an ex a long time ago, and I was chilling with just all of her friends and stuff in a house, and I put on Archangel by Burial. We were all smoking weed and they started laughing at it and told me to turn it off. Burial, chat, Burial. It's not like it was this which will disgust normal people. I mean, let's play it. It's good though. Yeah, Burial Scaring the Hoes is crazy. This makes sense. Okay, that makes sense, but I do feel like the hoes have evolved to appreciate Nails. I feel like they're mainstream enough. So it's Frick by System of a Down. I don't know if this counts, but I was a huge fangirl of System of a Down for ages. The first band my friends and family would bring up when talking about the music I liked was System of a Down. For some reason, when I bought System of a Down up to my ex, not my recent ex, he genuinely gets so angry. I know I would talk about System of a Down a lot, but it never annoyed anyone. He had so much one-sided beef with me just because I actually had interest in the personality. He was just getting very angry at System of a Down, it seems. So here's the favorite System of a Down album. I don't think I've heard this song before. So couldn't handle the Armenian aura trick. I think this song is kind of goofy. I think if you caught me in the wrong mood in a romantic situation, this could make me angry. Alright, the song is Pseudopunk by Bib. I like the band Bib. I showed this to one of my friends and now he won't let me give him music recommendations. I have to blast it through his window on a speaker now. Okay, let's see how heinous this potentially could be. There's more story to this one. I'm not attracted to the guy I showed it to, but there was a girl there and she laughed at me. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the worst, when you try and show somebody music and they just literally laugh in your face. But guess what? You get the last laugh because this is sick. She happens to be an alt girl that likes femboys. Well, that explains it. Actually, no, it doesn't. I would have thought that an alt girl that likes femboys should like this. Maybe I have too much faith in the huzz. Alright, this is Garbage Man by Chat Pile. My friend put this on at the same time my other friend's girlfriend got home from work. She walked in visibly disgusted. I am not surprised considering what we're gonna hear. My blood is dirty, savage. I saw this band live, and it's like the performance is as schizophrenic as the music sounds. It's fucking crazy. Like the dude like walks around with his belly out, like barefoot, like flat-footed, like flopping about, falling over. See, like I can see why people would get visibly disgusted by this because of the vocal performance and the fact that he's continuously saying, "I'm coming for your children." But I feel like a lot of Chat Pile's music, I haven't looked into it enough, but it's I suppose it's all metaphors on the state of the world when it comes to contemporary bands within like the heavier genres of music. I don't think there's more of a like typical hoe scaring band than Chat Pile. I remember when I first heard this EP, because when did it come out? Like, I want to say like 2020 or 2019. I don't know if I'm correct, but I remember I heard like Dallas Beltway and I was like, what the f***? This is crazy. I knew they were going to do bits. A lot of their songs feel like short horror stories. I mean, that means the Huz would probably very much appreciate it. But the thing is, it's just like, it's grotty and it's disgusting. It's really like sewage in audio form, you know, like fully. By the way, I'm talking about both genders here, all right? Before you leave a comment, I know what the comment section is like. It's an entire video that was an attempt to be empowering to goth women. It's still got shit. Who are you to talk about women's issues, Coolio? Who are you? All right, let's continue. I'm stimming out a bit. I'm going a bit crazy. The first time I listened to this was using the speaker. The ending sample played, and my parents thought I was watching Korn. My parents thought I was watching Kornography. Korn. Oh, this is Bring Me? What the f***? I literally just thought this was like a metalcore band that released something like last year. Chat, this is actually a crazy one. Hose love Bring Me the Horizon. Modern Bring Me the Horizon. So if they click on a song by Bring Me the Horizon, let me cook here, and it's as heavy as this is with vocals like this, that's gonna freak them out. This is top tier. Oh my, I swear this is used in so much music from the 80s, this exact like riff. Yeah, that is straight up. That was a sample from Korn. I hate that that's at the end of the song. That wasn't passionate lovemaking. That was from an adult film. Is DSBM and Automatic scaring the Huz win? No, but NSBM is. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't necessarily fumble the bag, but I hooked up with someone, and this was the third song that came up on this person's speakers. The rest of the experience was super awkward.
I'm an addict, so I'm addicted to this girl. She's got my heart tied in a knot.
If I was fornicating with somebody, male or female, I don't judge, and this song came on, I would get up, I would unmount and get up and to turn this shit off. You can't continue to this song. Whoever donated this, you can't continue with this play. I would crease. I would laugh so hard. Oh, we got a membership. Thank you, Hamcam. First Goblin. Yeah, there we go, brother. There we... It goes on for way too long. It goes on for way too long. So about like 15 years ago, my now ex-wife wanted to hear what noise was. So I played her this and she lost her shit before William Bennett even started the vocals. Maybe that's why it's the ex-wife. We'll find out, I guess, chat. Yeah, this one's going to be a struggle. This is scaring me. This is the song I play on my portable JBL speaker as I speed walk after women who are going home from their night out. We got the picture, chat. Yeah, I think this would ruin your chances in any form of romantic endeavor. I played The Hanging Garden by The Cure for a quote-unquote, it's got the quotes, goth ex. She said she hated it and turned on Falling in Reverse. The epitome of the poser goth girl. Sounds about right to me. So this obviously goes a little bit deeper, chat. We're going to have to think a little bit more about this one. Because this song does not scare the hose in a traditional sense at all. Because this is a song that is quite enjoyable for most people's ears, I feel, regardless of what kind of music you listen to. It could be boring for some people, but this is scary because it's the origin of goth, and most people who are goth do not know the origins of goth. It's a frightening concept to understand that your whole life and persona is a lie because you don't actually know it. Egg by The Garden. I've turned that shit on twice when high with different friends. Both of them ended up having bad trips because of the song. So you do it once, somebody has a bad trip or a bad high, and then you decide to do it or a second time with somebody else. Okay. Oh, still more. Not even my alt music friends can get behind this. I played this during a studio session and my bass player left because he couldn't put up with my shit. This is scaring the bandmates right here. Apparently this one scared away an entire band and not just the Huz. Thoughts on homosexuality? I welcome it with open arms. I'm a bit uncomfortable, I can't lie. This is making a motherfucker uncomfortable. I'm scared. This is the scariest one so far because you show somebody this, they're not going to think you're cool or edgy in any way. Like with Nails, with all the other like heavier bands that we had, like there's an air of like, oh, metalheads are cool. But you put this on, they're like, what are you doing with your free time? You become a threat in a person's mind. You damn near should be jailed. Alright, this is Varsity, So Sad, So Sad. My ex showed this to me thinking that I had no knowledge of shoegaze, indie or bedroom pop, and then proceeded to talk about said genres for 4 hours without stopping. Ended it with me saying I'm dumb for not knowing. He did not let me speak at all. I like when I'm explaining something to anybody I might potentially be romantically involved in, I like to ask first, do you know the information I'm telling you already? Because otherwise I'm going to go off on some autism tangent, which is why I enjoy streaming, because I can go off on an autism tangent for as long as I want. You will just sit and listen to it. This music bores me to no end. Yeah, 4 hours is crazy. 4 hours of just non-stop yap about this kind of music is insane. I have sat with conversations with people for like 6 hours straight about music. You can talk for so long about music, but about one genre without letting the other person speak, and it's this. And it's this. Chat, you don't understand shoegaze, and you don't understand bedroom pop, and you don't understand indie. So I'm going to proceed to explain to you the most generic music in the world for 4 hours. Logan MT tipped $3 with a link. Just this. Yeah, I think this would scare the hoes, because ambience like this is just quite frightening. This is the sound of the ghostly spirits of your ancestors watching you fumble like the 4 out of 10. Got to do like 3 backflips on the road to pull like 6 out of 10 nowadays. SMH. Next song is Suds, Gulagoon. Kinda the opposite of host scaring, but I showed my ex-partner this song. Led them going down the power violence rabbit hole. Oh yes. Truck Use is the best Aphex Twin album. Changed my mind. It's not. It doesn't connect as an album, and the reason it doesn't connect as an album, I'll tell you why it doesn't connect as an album. Truck Use was originally a memory stick full of unreleased songs by Aphex Twin, and he accidentally left it on a plane, and he knew that somebody would eventually find that memory stick and release all the music from Druk Use to the public. So to get ahead of it, he released it all on one album called Druk Use. So it doesn't really connect as an album in my opinion, even though it does have probably the most classic and well-known Aphex Twin songs. It's a bit less disturbing than I remember. Music is math is really quite disturbing. You find the noise a little annoying? Well, yeah, it's like early IDM. It's going to have very repetitive elements. But for the time, crazy. But as host scary music goes, I think this would definitely frighten the huzz. Alright, we're going to do Happy Ending by Hopsin, because I haven't ever listened to Hopsin in my life. But mine...
Hello, how you doing? I can give you good massage. 50 bucks. If you know say nothing, I can give you... Hello, how you doing? I can give you good massage.
Oh my god. Yeah, this wins. Yeah, this wins, because you play this around any romantic partner, they're fucking leaving. I would leave. I think every other song is like either interesting enough to start a conversation or just like wouldn't bother me. This, I'd leave. Came out in 2017, there's no way. You serious? I'm still a bit like shaken up from that. No, I'm disturbed, man. I don't like it. 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 I don't like it.
What am I doing? They have no idea I have seen it. But I have. I need to stop this. I need to get out of here. Email.
I look fucking sexy today, sorry. We'll do a song that's actually named after the concept of scaring the hoes. Like, I've spoken to many girls who really like this album. I think this is the opposite, and it's weird because the concept of the album is to scare the hoes, and it does the opposite. Yeah, it's just very inventive and cool hip-hop music. Yeah, Devin Hendricks probably does scare the hoes more than JPEG. Although, like, I just know I've met a lot of women that are so really fucking obsessed with JPEG and, like, Devin Hendricks and everything to do with them. Let's do this one.
Get so fucking dark in here!
Yeah, I think this might, even though Death Grips are very, very famous at this point, I do think this does constitute a hoe scaring song still. Yeah, definitely. That's a vintage one. That's a vintage hoe scaring song. Maybe not as powerful as it used to be. All right, we got Butthole Surface 22 going on.
I was assaulted sexually, and Ever since then, I cannot sleep.
The sample alone at the beginning constitutes Ho scary music 100%. Yeah, this is really disturbing. Butthole Surfers had they had a generational run. They were around for a long time for a band of that nature. They were around before Nirvana, before the grunge explosion, into the mid 2000s. You expect it to be gimmicky when you hear the name Butthole Surfers. You expect just it to be gimmicky. But they were genuinely insane, the fire at the concerts. And then the music is also fucking really cool consistently. Yeah, truly a band that never gave a fuck about being mainstream.
Frankie Teardrop. Shut up.
Oh,
Let's hear it for Frankie.
I hate this. I hate this so much. I just came back from making tacos. What's happening? Worst time to rejoin. The screams are really harrowing. It's really impressive how he does that so well. Fucking hell. Just peaked the audio so bad. Yeah, that wins. That will scare that could scare pretty much anybody. It's been quite the journey, might I say, chat. Our goal here was to find music that was going to scare the hoes. I just thought we were going to find abstract hip-hop, heavy metal. I think I might be a hoe. I think that might be the conclusion. Because I'm truly frightened. I'm scared. I'm scared of what the human mind can create in music form. And most importantly, chat, I'm scared of you.